I'm really liking that. Woo! Great day. Hi guys, I'm back with a Funko Pop haul. I know, right? It's been forever. So, I have been getting a little bit inspired. I think SDCC, I didn't really do a lot of shopping for SDCC this year, but just seeing all of the releases and stuff got me kind of excited for Funko Pops again. So, I bought a few that they're not necessarily convention exclusives or anything. Some of them are, but they're not necessarily SDCC. They're older or they're just commons. So I have been a little bit inspired to buy Funko again. So I'm going to show you a few things that I picked up from some of my favorite licenses. You can probably guess what at least half of them are. But I'm really enjoying this haul because I haven't bought anything in quite a while, and it's kind of nice to do that after you haven't bought things in a while. So I hope you enjoy this haul. Let's get into it. So you probably know that I skipped all of the releases from Celebration in May. I skipped ECCC. I skipped mostly SDCC. I think I actually skipped all of SDCC. But again, there's been so many releases coming out, and I've been looking at them, and most of them I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't need it. It's just going to take up shelf space. But there were a few that I was really excited about. So I ended up getting the new GameStop Funko Insider Club release. This was just released, and this is the animated Boba Fett. This is Boba Fett from the Christmas special, the Star Wars Christmas special from 1977 or 78 that they showed once on TV and never aired again because it was that terrible. I think the only good thing to come out of that was the animated Boba Fett segment. So this is when Boba Fett was introduced to the public at large. As you can see, he has a blue themed armor and some yellow, very 1970s colors going on. You can see him on the side there with his little pitchfork thing, gun, whatever it is, I don't know what it's called, and then you just have on the back just the Boba Fett collect them all, and then you have this cool little new sticker. I think it's new, but it's for the Funko Insider Club. Very cool. So I'm gonna pull this guy out and show him to you. He is number 305 in the set. And he just has a plain red background. He has the snap case. And he looks, I love this blue. This is like this beautiful 70s powder blue. I have an eyeshadow this color. It's gorgeous. And he's got more of the burnt raw umber yellowish shades from the 70s. There's his little jetpack on the back. I don't know what this thing is called. It's a gun with a fork on the end, like a taser. He's riding a big brontosaurus or something, and this is how he keeps it in line. But he's got his little this eventually turned into like a Wookiee tassel in the movies, but it's like this little tassel that he's got, like that he's his trophy. And then he's got the tattered cape, which eventually becomes the sort of single-sided capelet. But the colors on this are extraordinary. He's really fun. You can see his feet are a little bit more exaggerated. His boots are a little bit more claw-like. So they're still working him out. They're trying to figure out what he is. From what I understand from the history of Boba Fett, he was originally supposed to be some kind of like new sort of stormtrooper, and so all the original stuff with him is like in a white sort of outfit. I don't know if that's just sort of like backfilling the story to make up a story about him, but like that's what I get. And then he eventually came out in the animated version like this, and he went through several versions until he is the version that he is today. And it's also very reminiscent of Jango Fett, his colors, although his are more aluminum and dark blue. But he is very cool piece of Star Wars history. I love when they do figures like this. They do figures based off the original Kenner toys, and figures like this are very cool. They do have an original white Boba Fett that they did years ago as a Walgreens exclusive. I have that one. It's very cool. And they did actually do some sort of white stormtrooper, Mandalorian style stormtroopers in the series Rebels. I think Sabine's brother or cousin or something was one of them for a while. So they did eventually sort of take that sort of back behind the scenes stuff and add it into the actual canon, which is pretty cool. Then I picked up from Box Lunch. This is the 2019 Galactic Convention exclusive. This is the gold Boba Fett. Now, this is, it says Star Wars Celebration 2019 on it, and it is number 297. I believe this is a different number than other Boba Fetts. So there were a set of gold ones and a set of blue ones. The blue ones the blue metallic ones you could only get at Celebration, so obviously I wasn't going to get any of those. I'm sure you can find them on eBay for like $1,000. I'm not all about that life. But these ones have been around for quite a bit. These ones that are the shared exclusives with the stores, I think FYE still has their Chewbacca. I know that Hot Topic still has like the Leia. Target still has the Stormtrooper. So I picked this one up because it is a different mold for Boba Fett. I know they also did this one in green for SDCC. I don't remember who that was with. It might have been FYE. I hate buying from them because their shipping is ridiculous. So unless I find an FYE in an area where I am, I don't plan on traveling, and I don't have one in my area. I don't think I'll ever get that one. But this is a pretty cool version, very glary, gold. You can see the differences with the other Boba Fett. The cape is much smaller, and this is a new pose. So he's kind of got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's holding the his sawed-off blaster, and he's very, very different from the. He's got the same mold as the taking off Boba Fett from the Smuggler's Bounty box, but he's very, very different from the original Boba Fett, which is much more stocky and more rounded. So that is actually very nice. It's got that sort of hollow feeling that the chrome metallic ones have. I talked about this in my last Smuggler's Bounty box with the Vader, but you know, I'm kind of not incredibly excited about all these like metallic finish ones. It's fine. It's cool as an idea, but it's really just the same mold over and over and over again, and I just wish they would do something. Make this a new Boba Fett model, like with the normal colors. It's a new mold, and it's like the one that they have with the Princess Leia. They released that one, the hologram one, and I think it was a GameStop exclusive from one of the conventions, and they keep releasing that as gold, as blue, but they haven't actually done a regular Princess Leia in that mold. So I wish they would just do that. I don't know why they don't. But it is very, very nice. It's the first one I have. I am thinking about getting the Stormtrooper one from Target, just because that is also a new mold for the Stormtrooper, because they did that one with the first release back in 2011. It seems so long ago. It's only 8 years ago. It's not that long. I'm older than that. People are like, oh my god, so long ago. It's not that long ago. It's not that long ago. So I think I want to get that one. I am just waiting on it because I want the shipping to be worth it, and I gotta find $35 worth of stuff that I want to buy with it. Yeah. Anyway, this is Boba Fett. I think he's pretty cool for what he is, not blowing my socks off, but I do like that it's a new mold and that it is a Galactic Convention exclusive, because I always enjoy Celebration, because that's where they have decided to do their premieres, their teaser trailers, and seeing the Last Jedi, not the Last Jedi, the Rise of Skywalker trailer, and seeing Lando, and I just kind of got a little teary-eyed, and Leia, of course, and yeah, I was really over it for a while with the Star Wars fans after The Last Jedi. I couldn't stand the way the fandom was so horrible to Kelly Marie Tran, and the way that they were like, oh, my childhood is my childhood, my childhood, and I'm just like, ugh. Anyway, those are my thoughts. But I am excited again for the Rise of Skywalker. Since the trailer, they always do that to me. They always get me with the trailer, and I will always go see it in the theater, and that's just the old school Star Wars fan in me, I guess. I'm willing to go with them wherever they need to go with the movies. Eventually I'll probably get tired of it, but for now I'm just willing to go wherever they want to take me. So I have 2 non-Star Wars ones now. So this one I picked up at GameStop. I just walked into the GameStop one day because I was kind of bored and I was shopping, and I'm like, I haven't looked at the Funko Pops for a really, really long time, so let me do that. So I walked in and I found underwhelmed. Yeah, there's nothing in there. She's over there. I'll show you in a minute. But this is the Jim Lee Deluxe Wonder Woman from the Deluxe DC. It's only at GameStop. As you can see, this is the Jim Lee Wonder Woman. It is number 282. The Wonder Woman symbol on there. Very excited. And then this is the actual pop, and it is not a bobblehead, but it is fan-freaking-tastic. Look at the metallic paint on her outfit. Super, just super. And I love the base. I love the way her cape is flying. I love the detail. You can't really see it very much, but there's a little eagle and stars on her, or there's a horse. It's a horse. It's not an eagle, it's a horse. There's a horse on her shield with some stars. It's very cool. Her tiara, of course, is amazing. And then the lasso of truth. It's very cool, very interesting in the round. It's got a lot of stuff going on everywhere. Her hair is flowing, and you can see they've actually done a really pretty good job of mimicking the cover that Jim Lee did with this. So absolutely fantastic. It's Wonder Woman. I had to have it. I think these are $18 at GameStop, which I was kind of surprised seemed very low for what GameStop usually charges for things like these, but with the base and everything, $18 or $19. So very, very good value, and it's really well painted, well done, great quality on this one. With the Boba Fett that I got from Box Lunch, I don't know if I mentioned that before, but that one was from Box Lunch, so I had to make an order that actually felt worth it for the shipping, so I ended up getting I ended up getting Jaws Bruce. He's called the Great White Shark. So this is the box. It is huge. This guy is, I believe, it was on sale for $16.90 at Box Lunch. It's normally a bit more. I think the Jaws at Hot Topic, it's not an exclusive, but they had this one and then they had a different one at Hot Topic. I think that one's $18 something on sale. But anyway, this is the box. It's huge. You can see it has the original Jaws logo on it and the poor woman who's about to get devoured. We've got the entire collection on the back. I was not feeling these at the time. I might pick them up if they go on sale. They're very cool. I'm glad they did this collection. I remember originally back in the day, Funko did a reaction figures collection with all these guys, and they did a reaction figure of Jaws and all the different kinds of versions, the bloody versions and the whatever versions. Yeah, I really am glad that they finally did this in pop form. Just shows how far the technology has come that they can now do these types of things. You can see in the back, I will show you, the background is pretty cool. It's got the sinking orca, and then it's got Brody getting ready to shoot up. Not shoot up, but no, he's getting ready to shoot up a shark, basically. But this is the shark, Jaws, Bruce, whatever you want to call him. He's called Great White Shark on here. I wish they would have just called him Bruce because everybody calls him Bruce and that's just what he is. So you can see there's detail on the molding of all of his scars and things, his gills, and all of his fins, which are kind of separate pieces glued on. He's got his little fins on the bottom, and of course that big white belly. And he looks very cool like this because he actually looks like the poster when you pose him like this. The only difference is this one is the one with the scuba tank in it. You know, but I like this one better because it's a part of the movie that I'm just like, it makes him a little less scary because he's about to get blown up. So, but you know, without it, you can definitely see like the original poster, and you can see you can see that they really designed this based on the poster because his eyes do come down a little bit, and you know, he's got the open mouth and everything. So you can see how they designed this with a look to the actual movie, and it's not just a random shark figure. And his teeth are terrifying in a really weird Funko Pop animated way. But I do love Jaws. One of my favorite movies. Was not like a favorite movie when I was a kid. I was too young. It scared me. But when I got into high school and college and started watching more Spielberg, sort of retro stuff, my iPhone just ran out of room, so I had to go delete a bunch of stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, I really loved sharks and whales and all kinds of undersea creatures. I loved oceanography when I was a kid. And I was kind of hoping to be a marine biologist one day. That didn't work out for me, but this reminds me a lot. I mean, it's a horror movie. It's, you know, it has a legacy of actually doing a disservice to sharks because it was, you know, it scared everybody out of the water and overhunting of sharks and that kind of thing. But it's a shark, man. It's a shark. It's a classic shark. It's a terrifying movie. It still terrifies me every time I see it. There is a version from SDCC, which is with Quint in his mouth, which is terrifying, but also kind of awesome. That is still a terrifying scene to me every time I watch that movie. It's perfection, and it did a lot to change the movie industry, whether you think that's good or bad. It's still a great movie, I think. So yeah, I'm super happy to have Jaws just because he's a shark, but he's a mean shark, but he's also about to get blown up, so I'm okay with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my haul. Only 4 things, but actually, you know, 2 of them are sort of deluxe and 2 of them are sort of exclusive, so I think it's pretty nice. And I haven't hauled anything in a while, so, you know, I just wanted to share this with you guys and let you see that my collection is growing a little bit. I am a little disappointed with what Funko is doing with the Star Wars license right now. I was just really annoyed, and maybe it's because of the licensing deal with Lucasfilm and Disney that they can't do anything until The Last Jedi comes out because they have probably 8 million ready to come out for The Last Jedi. Why do I keep saying The Last Jedi? The Rise of Skywalker. I keep saying The Last Jedi, I mean The Rise of Skywalker. So maybe it has something to do with Episode 9 and they can't release anything, but I was really annoyed that they released 2 chrome ones and then the one Sith Trooper that looked so cool, but it was only available at SDCC. You had to go there. It wasn't even on their website. The packaging looked really cool, had this gold foil on it, and the Trooper looks really cool. It would have been great if they would have released that to the wider public. I know people would have gone crazy for it. I would have gone crazy for it. It was the only one besides maybe the shark with Quint in his mouth that I was actually kind of like, oh, that's cool. Because I'm just not really happy with the licenses that they're putting out right now. There's a lot of cool ones coming out, and there's a lot of ones that really harken back to my childhood, but I don't need them. They're just not special enough to be like, yeah, they're cool, and they remind me of lots of fun movies that I used to watch, but I don't need them on my shelf. I am actually excited to have these new guys in my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 251 subscribers as of this filming. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.